This is Chrissy cooking at home. I'm her, I'm she, I'm Chrissy. Don't be too surprised. To the name. So there you have it. Today I am pressure canning some beef. I went to Sam's Club to do some light shopping. Miss Nellie needed some formula. They had it in stock and stocked well for once. I think the formula shortage is done. I think. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. Knock on wood. Okay. But they had some beef marked down. I got 2 roasts. One for $15.82 and one for $16.30. We're going to put them in pint jars and pressure can them. I washed a bunch of pint jars. I washed a bunch of lids and rings. I washed. I'm so sick of stuff not sealing, so hopefully I can break that. Fingers crossed, people. Fingers crossed. So, you ready to get started? Let's get started. So, this will pressure can for process for 75 minutes. So, if you know nothing about pressure canning, I highly recommend, please go to the National Center for Home Food Preservation. It is the government's research and guidelines for, this is really crooked, I just washed my apron, so guidelines, regulations for home canning and food preservation. So they say 75 minutes for pints, 90 minutes for quarts for meat. I will be doing distilled white vinegar to wipe my rims because there is fat on this. I will be trimming off some fat, not all of it. I was thinking about doing some, putting some onion and garlic in, but I'm kind of tired, kind of achy. I've been working on a cake recipe, like a Swiss roulade kind of thing. It turned out pretty good, but the cake broke when I rolled it, and it kind of frustrated me. It didn't tick me off. It was just like really, gosh darn it. But the filling was pretty good, just wasn't raspberry enough. Might switch it up. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. If I can nail it, I'll do a video on it. So let's get started. Stop rambling, you rambling crazy chick. I know, I'm rambling crazy chick. I sharpened my knife really well. Don't mind the carrot stain. I didn't bleach my board. This is a really old board and it's a little warped. Starts moving on me, we'll get a wet towel. But I saved 24% on these, so $5.25 on this one, $5.41 on this one, so you know, almost 11 bucks, almost, not quite, on the beef. So what cut is this? I didn't even, some kind of roast. Round roast, bottom round roast. I'll take it. I don't care what it is. It says use or freeze by the 27th on this one and the 28th on this one. And today is the 26th. It is the day before Mr. George's 21st birthday. Tomorrow is a big day. He would have been 21 this year. So I have plans to keep myself busy. Will I film it? Probably not, people. Probably not. So you see the, it's a decent, it's not super thick amount of fat. It's definitely very hard. I'm just going to kind of shave it off without taking off too much of the meat. Hopefully. That's the goal, right? Did not fork over $30 in meat to throw it in the garbage with the fat. Money's tight. I mean, everybody's balling on a budget unless you're a million billionaire. Everybody's got bills. Everybody's got car payment, electric bill, house payment, or rent, or, you know, car insurance, cable bill, internet bill. Then all our streaming services, you know, all that stuff. How do I feel about this? Do you see this? It's connective tissue here. Just want to kind of shave it off. I don't want this. It could tenderize in the pressure canner, considering how long it's going to be in the pressure canner, because you got to bring it up to steam and then vent for 10, and then put your weighted gauge on or your rattler and let it get up to jiggle. And then once it's jiggling, then you start your process time. And this takes hours. This is in the canner for hours. And my canner is so old. I don't know about the newer canners, but my old beast, she takes forever. Okay. So we're just going to cut chunks. No, I'm doing a raw pack method because I do not care about pretty jars. I care about having food in jars. And this makes it so handy dandy when I am hurting, when my neurological conditions flare in, and I just need something fast and easy. This makes great beef and noodles. This makes great French dip subs. Just buy some French bread, or have Logan, you know, I've taught him many times, walk him through making some French bread. Buy some French bread from, you know, Sam's Club. They have wonderful baguettes. Aldi has wonderful baguettes. It is a little discolored in places, but it still smells like really nice, fresh meat. It does not smell like gone, getting ready to go bad meat. So that's good. I was tempted this morning to go back to Sam's Club and be like, got any more roasts on sale, Sam's Club? Do up a huge canner load. I don't think this is going to be, you know, my canner's huge. It can do a lot of jars. I think 18 pints at once. Double stacked. Okay. So no liquid. You can look this up on the National Center for Home Food Preservation. You can also see other YouTubers do this. And there you go, about 1 inch headspace. So I leave it probably about 1.5 inches, just to give it a little room there. You just pack it in. Pack it in, people. If it's just me and Logan, one of these does great. That's why I don't do quarts. If it's the 3 of us, then I'll open 2 of them. Can I tell you a story? I'm going to tell you a story because you can't answer me back. You know, if you noticed in another canning list there, my canning playlist, I did the water bath canning cherries. I did find more cherries on sale at Aldi for $1.59 a pound, people. So of course I snagged some, and I spent an entire day pitting them. Just was not enthusiastic about it this time around. I don't know. I think I'm done with cherries this season. And I finally got them all pitted. I got everything going. And got them in the canner, got the water bath going, put the lid on, baby sat, made sure that it didn't, because I do quarts for my cherries. And I don't like them in the pressure canner. Found that out the hard way. So I'm babysitting to make sure, you know, if it doesn't, well, that's just crazy. Oh well. And time's up, so I wait a minute, take off the lid. What do I see? Cherries floating in the water, and one of my jars looks like it's just completely disappeared. Disappeared. I had 7 quarts. I had enough for 9 quarts, but I put the rest of the cherries that I pitted in a Zippy Lock and threw them in the freezer. I was like, nope, nope, I'm done. I will freeze the rest. I'll just use those first. So I thought. So I let the lid sit off of it for a few minutes, and I go outside and take a breath and tell sweetheart, you know, freaking jar's missing, like aliens come down and abducted it or something. I don't know what's going on. And I come back in and I lift the rack, and there's the jar just sitting there. Most of the cherries still in there. I mean, the jar is full and you can't even tell any cherries are missing. But there's no lid. There's no band. And I put all the lids and bands on all the jars. So I start lifting jars out. I leave that one for last. But as I get to the jar that's next to it, there's the lid and band. Like right behind the jar that's next to it. There it is. I'm like, what the French toast happened? What? What? I have no idea. I did the same thing I always do. Fingertip tight. Not too tight. Not too loose. What happened? This one's marbled beautifully. Look at this. Look at the marbling. Oh my gosh, do I want to just take this and fry this up in a cast iron skillet with some butter and say, here we go, steak time. Oh, beautiful. But no, we're going to pressure can. We're going to pressure can, pressure can, pressure can it. Come on, Chrissy. So I have no idea what happened. So what did I do? I do not have any experienced canners in my life. I emailed the National Center for Home Food Preservation and was like, what could I have done wrong? Did I possibly not get my lid, my band on tight enough? Is that only possibility of my mistake? Because, you know, it had to have been me. Had to have been. Because at first when I saw the cherries floating and my water purple, I was like, oh my gosh, another jar flipping broke in the freaking canner. But no, the jar's fine. I didn't lose a jar. Thank goodness. Check the band. The band is perfectly normal. It is perfectly fine. Check the lid. The lid is perfectly fine. So I just, once it cooled, I just put the lid and the band back on it and stuck it in the, well, I took some of the liquid off because, I mean, it was overflowing with water, obviously. And I took some of the liquid off with my polycarbonate ladle and threw it in the fridge. It's still sitting there. I still have to label the 6 quarts that survived. I'm not wasting any of this meat. There we go. It's pretty much just fat. And the price of meat has been coming down. It is July 26, 2023. Meat is not as outrageous as it was earlier in the year, but still, everybody's balling on a budget. And if I can get it on sale, I'm going to get it on sale. Because that gives me more in my budget for other things. Or just more meat. Haha. Okay. Alright. Fill some jars. But I love the way the cherries look when they are water bath canned versus pressure canned. They look prettier, in my opinion. This beef is cutting like butter. The other one didn't cut as nice as this one's cutting. Nope, I don't like you in there. Come out. A smaller piece. There we go. Okay, so far we have 5 jars filled. Oopsie, get in there. A little flavor. Flavor town, flavor town. I did, the last time I did beef, I did put in some onion and some garlic, and it turned out fantastic for French dip. But I just don't feel like cutting onion and crushing garlic. I really don't. I'm tired. My back hurts. I've been up since 3 a.m. I've been cleaning, doing laundry, doing dishes, you know. Usual stuff. I think I'm going to get 2 more jars. That's the goal. Yeah, so I have 3 hunks of beef left. This jar is packed. How's this one? Let's make these hunks a little smaller and maybe we can divvy up. A little space in that one. A little space in that one. Little space in that one. Stuck my finger right in a hole right there. There we go. So we got 4, 8. Yeah, 8, 9. Okay, so 1 whole layer. So that's good. I will take that. I'm going to wash my fingers. Okay. On to the next, people. On to the next. Okay. I've already got the water in my pressure canner. It takes 3 quarts to give me 3 inches. Okay, so I've got a couple of cloths here. I got my vinegar. I got my stack of lids. I got my fans. This is my weighted gauge. It does the 5, 10, 15. At my elevation, it's 15. Check your elevation. The National Center for Home Food Preservation will help you. When I wash these, I definitely check the rims like crazy. And doing the vinegar, of course, you're making sure nothing comes between your rim and your lid. You're also doing another check for any chips. Fingertip tight. I'm going to move my cutting board. Now it's going to get bleached. So that'll take care of my carrot stain. And more vinegar. I'm doing vinegar because of the fat that's on there. It cuts right through the fat on the meat. Very happy. $30. Up to 9 meals. That's... You know, that's I'm happy with that. Who wouldn't be happy with that? Up to 9 meals. When I do beef and noodles, I only need 1 jar. I do French dip. Need 2 jars. It's just me and Logan, just 1 jar. Make sure I got that real good. smells real good. Like I've mentioned in other videos. Paranoid if I better I'd wash them 2 or 3 times, make sure they're super clean. Better to do it than not do it, in my opinion, because I'm, you know, a little uber paranoid. So I have quite a fail rate with things not sealing. But I'm still uber new, you know. Don't take my word for it on things. Please, please, please do your research. Go check out the National Center for Home Food Preservation, you know. That's what you need to do. Now, if you have hard water, I've seen where canners will put the rest of their vinegar in their canning pot to prevent clouding on their jars, but I don't have hard water. So I don't do it because it'll deteriorate my rings faster. Not that I don't have uber buttload of rings. Uber buttload. I wish I had another raw protein to throw in with these just to do a second layer, but you know, I really am happy with what a temperamental ring. I don't know if I'm happy with this ring. It's really tighten. There we go. Don't grab the lid yet. Do your rim. Do your rim. Do the steps in order. Then lid. Then fan. Water cleaned up here from my washing everything. Just toss that right. Okay. Hey, everybody's in the pool. I did not need my stacking rack. So you can see all 9 fit in one layer. Get my temperamental lid on. There we go. I did my safety checks. Do your safety checks. Follow your manual. Mine did not come with a manual because it is older than me. And I got it off Facebook Marketplace, but she still works. I have to check her, make sure she's huge, so I make sure she's nice and even on the burner, even overhang. Does that make sense? Like an even amount on each side is overhanging the burner. Then I bring her up to steam over medium low. I learned the temperament of this thing the hard way many times over, and when I first got her last summer. Because if you've been following me, you know I was on bed rest for this past, since early November. Early mid-November. All the way up until I gave birth, and then I got a C-section, so I was on more. Take it easy. And then the steroids, you know, to recover. So I'm still an extremely new canner, but I did a lot of canning before I got pregnant, and then now I'm doing a lot of canning again. Why? I like it. I really wish I'd helped my elders more when I was a kid, but I was a kid. I wanted to go play. I didn't want to can. Boring. So here we go. So now it is 7:16 in the morning. I've been up for 4 hours-ish, about 4.5 hours now, and it'll be a couple of hours before this comes up to steam for me to vent for 10 minutes because I bring it up very, very slowly, and it's at room temp because the meat's cold. So you don't want to put cold jars with cold meat and simmering water. That's no bueno. Don't do that. So, it'll be a split second for you, but I'll bring you back in a few hours to show you the final product again and if they all sealed. Fingers crossed for me. Well, it is now 2:37 p.m. and I was able to finally take the beef out of the pressure canner, and you see all of them sealed beautifully. We still have, bring it down a little bit. Can you see the bubbles? Bubbling away because it's still hot. But see, to me that looks beautiful. The raw pack method does not bother me in terms of aesthetics. So there you have it, some raw packed beef bottom round roast. I have 9 pints. So as the lighting kind of sucks here. Camera's trying to auto adjust. What if I did that? Does that make the camera happy? I don't know. But that's up to 9 meals. It won't be 9 meals, but it's up to 9 meals for $30 because I got the meat on sale. So, woohoo! So, till next time.